Today, his hospital bed is empty, but his story still lives in videos, in prayers, and in hearts across the Middle East and beyond. Prince Al-Waleed never gave a speech, never wrote a law, and never ruled a nation. But he united people in compassion. He reminded the world that even in a kingdom of gold, life is fragile. Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid bin Talal bin Abdulaziz Al-Saud of Saudi Arabia has died at the age of 36, 2 decades after falling into a coma caused by a car crash in London in 2005. The royal court confirmed his passing in a statement on Saturday, marking the end of a tragic chapter that had drawn global attention over the years. His Royal Highness Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid bin Talal bin Abdulaziz Al-Saud has passed away, the royal court said. Allah bestow his mercy, forgiveness, and satisfaction upon him, and grant him a place in his spacious gardens. To Allah we belong, and to him we shall return. Known affectionately as the Sleeping Prince, Al-Waleed was just 15 when he suffered catastrophic brain injuries and internal bleeding in a traffic accident while studying in the United Kingdom. He fell into a coma and remained on life support for the next 20 years. Despite remaining unresponsive throughout, his family refused to withdraw life support, maintaining hope over the years as they occasionally reported signs of minor movement, including finger twitches. However, he never regained full consciousness. His death came just weeks after a widely circulated online hoax falsely claimed he had awoken. And here is the full story. Saudi Prince Al-Waleed bin Khalid's story is truly heartbreaking. His life was full of joy and promise until an accident changed everything. He fell into a coma for nearly 20 years, earning him the nickname, the Sleeping Prince worldwide. Everyone, including doctors, believed he wouldn't survive, but some miraculous things happened. What was the tragic accident that led to this? And is it true that he has finally woken up? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified as I upload a new video. Prince Al-Waleed was born in 1987 into the Saudi royal family, one of the wealthiest and most powerful families in the world. His father, Prince Khaled bin Talal, is a businessman and a member of the House of Saud, while his mother, Princess Jazzy, is the daughter of King Saud bin Abdulaziz. Prince Al-Waleed was named after his uncle, Prince Al-Waleed bin Talal, the famous businessman who was once the 7th richest man in the world. Al-Waleed grew up in a traditional royal environment. Like most Arab princes, he had many opportunities that few other children had. He loved playing sports and had 2 karate belts by the time he was only years old. He also enjoyed horse riding and car racing. At 16, Prince Al-Waleed's father sent him to a military college in London to receive formal training. Prince Khaled hoped that this training would help his son become a responsible, confident, and capable person, preparing him for the roles he would need to take as part of the royal family. However, fate had a cruel twist. In 2005, at the age of 18, Prince Al-Waleed was involved in a devastating car accident. He was driving at high speed with 2 friends when the crash occurred, causing severe injuries and leaving him in a deep coma. On the day of the accident, his father had a feeling that something bad might happen and didn't want to let him go out that night. However, Prince Al-Waleed, along with his 2 friends, convinced his father, and eventually he gave his permission. After the accident, the prince briefly woke up and asked, "How are my friends doing?" before falling into the long coma. Fortunately, his friends were okay after the accident. Prince Khaled was thankful that his son, a kind and selfless young man, was the driver. He believed that Al-Waleed couldn't have lived with the guilt of harming his friends. After the crash, a team of medical specialists, including 3 American doctors and 1 Spanish doctor, was brought in to try to stop the bleeding in his brain. Despite their efforts, Prince Al-Waleed remained in a coma. Medical experts initially predicted he would not survive more than 72 hours, and it was announced that he had passed away once the medical machines were turned off. Prince Khaled faced a painful decision. Should he keep his son on life support or let him go? In the end, he said, "Who am I to take his life? If God had wanted him to die in the accident, he would have been buried already." He added, "Whoever kept him alive all these years is able to heal and cure him." Fortunately, the doctor's initial diagnosis was wrong, and Prince Al-Waleed did not die. However, during the first 18 months of his coma, there was no sign of movement or improvement in his condition, with only involuntary spinal reflexes observed. Despite this, Al-Waleed's family never gave up hope. They stayed by his side, often speaking to him as if he were awake, keeping him informed about events and updates in their lives. Remarkably, a turning point came when Al-Waleed began breathing on his own for 3 months without the aid of a mechanical ventilator. This small yet significant improvement inspired hope among his family and medical team. In 2016, after spending more than a decade in the hospital, Prince Al-Waleed was moved to his family home in Riyadh to continue his treatment and care in a more familiar environment. His father, Prince Khaled, remained steadfast in his belief in miracles and never lost faith in his son's recovery. Over time, small signs of progress began to emerge. Al-Waleed started responding to touch and voices, though only to specific people, such as certain doctors, nurses, and close family members. He also began making subtle movements that fueled hope for his eventual recovery. In 2019, his aunt, Princess Rima bint Talal, shared a video on her Twitter account showing Prince Al-Waleed moving his head left and right. A year later, another video surfaced in which he interacted with a woman who greeted him. In the video, he moved his fingers and even raised his hand in response to her request. Prince Al-Waleed's condition has captured significant attention both in Saudi Arabia and around the world, with his videos garnering millions of views. Following these developments, doctors began to believe that something unusual was happening with the prince. They noted that he was aging, gaining weight, and responding to certain stimuli, sparking renewed hope for his recovery. Many people around the world following his condition believe that he might wake up soon, drawing comparisons to miraculous recoveries like that of Emirati woman Munira Abdullah, who woke up from a 27-year coma and following a tragic car accident in 1991. Recently, a photo emerged online claiming that Prince Al-Waleed had woken up, causing a wave of excitement and prayers. However, it was later revealed that the image actually showed his brother, Al-Waleed bin Khalid, who had also been involved in a serious car accident, narrowly escaping death. Sadly, many young Arab royals have faced tragic fates due to their risky behaviors and wild lifestyles. One notable example is Prince Rashid bin Mohammed Al Maktoum, the eldest son of Dubai's ruler, who passed away at just 33 years old from a heart attack. Rashid's sudden death was rumored to be linked to a lifestyle of excess, overshadowing his promising future as a sports enthusiast and leader. Similarly, Sheikh Khaled bin Sultan Al Qasimi, the son of Sharjah's ruler, passed away at the age 39 under mysterious circumstances. Khaled was a talented fashion designer and a cultural bridge between the East and West. However, reports suggested that his untimely death might have been linked to an indulgent lifestyle, similar to Rashid's, which ultimately contributed to his downfall. Prince Al-Waleed's situation, however, is uniquely heartbreaking. Unlike Rashid and Khaled, his story feels frozen in time, a life on pause, while his family continues to hold on a hope for his recovery. Recently, a touching and surprising detail about Prince Al-Waleed's life emerged on Saudi social media. The story of his fiancée, who has waited faithfully for 20 years. Before his tragic accident, Prince Al-Waleed was reportedly engaged to one of his cousins in a modest ceremony. But the accident that left him in a coma changed everything. Despite this, his fiancée has remained devoted, refusing all marriage proposals and steadfastly holding on to hope. She has said she is willing to wait for him her entire life, if necessary. This remarkable devotion, coupled with his family's unwavering hope, offers a poignant lesson. Life is unpredictable, and tragedy can strike anyone, regardless of their status or privilege. What truly defines us is how we respond to these challenges, with resilience, love, and faith. Today, Prince Al-Waleed is almost 39 years old, but sadly, he has spent more than half his life in a coma. Today, his hospital bed is empty, but his story still lives in videos, in prayers, and in hearts across the Middle East and beyond. Prince Al-Waleed never gave a speech, never wrote a law, and never ruled a nation. But he united people in compassion. He reminded the world that even in a kingdom of gold, life is fragile. That even in the strongest families, grief is real. That even the most powerful fathers can be helpless in the face of fate. And in the quiet of that hospital room, behind the stillness, maybe there was a prince who still dreamed. Not every prince rides a horse. Not every prince holds a sword. Some princes sleep. And in doing so, they make the world stop and think. This was the story of Saudi Arabia's sleeping prince. May he rest in peace. May his family find comfort. And may we all learn from the silence he left behind. The prince's funeral will take place on Sunday at the Grand Mosque in Riyadh, as announced by the royal court. July 20th, 2025. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation. And if you haven't already, you really want to subscribe to my channel, and tick the bell icon so you get notified as I upload a new video every week. See you in the next video.